eliminations, 801 damage. Keep losing my voice today, guys. You guys are killing it. Alright, let's go ahead and put that up so you guys have your maps up and ready. Wild domination on the screen. Let's go down and find Cardus, and we will find CYNT back. I'm not saying it on stream, guys. I'm not letting YouTube mute me or tick me down. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, guys. Tell me in the chat, who is going to win this today? Who's going to be in this? Oh, I didn't even look to see who showed up for Dauntless this time. Is it this? Oh, Claus is in here. Is he awake, guys? Is he awake? All right, here we go. We are coming in from just the northwest or east of Impala, west of the Impala Islands, going down to the southwest, over the north side of Leones, through the center of Chumacera, down all the way through Villa del Mar, and dumping off at the wall. So the AFKs will be on land over here to the west of Villa del Mar. Alright, let's go. Are we still on Cardus? Yes, we are. Look at that. I didn't click off of it. Maybe I'm getting better about it now as soon as I say that. the next few matches, I'll be click happy. Alright, so let's see what's going on over here. It does look like Redzo jumped with Shoot to Survive. They are both right over here at the Impala area. And we do have Sakari jumping with Wild Domination. And let's see, Generation of Miracles. They do have a team right there with them, right under them. It's a red team, and I can't quite tell. Yes, it is Team 6, first one row. So now let's see what's going on. It looks like Cardus is doing just fine. They are all coming down to these southern farms, the Los Leon area, just to the north of Partona, maybe even possibly going to Partona. Alright, so let's see. Ooh, we've already got Shoot to Survive in a fight over here with Redzo. Let's get over here and see what's happening. Look at this. The Artist Baby. The Artist Baby already has one of them from Redzo. So now Redzo is down to just a trio. And we already know that Laxi went over to get the vehicle. And so Laxi does need to come up and through. But there's nobody to the west of Redzo. So Laxi can get back to his team. I'm not really liking that there's a duo right here on the staircase. One nade can take them both down at the same time, but it does look like they're just trying to get up in here, get some loot, but they are a duo. So let's check. Our first zone is all the way down to the southeast. We're going from Hacienda San Martin area to the east of Monte Nuevo, around Chumacera, around the southern farms of Los Leon, and around Impala. So there's your first zone. And we only have 3 teams outside of zone. Looks like Fire Out went down to Partona, but they are not too far away from Cardus. You can see Phoenix is right there by Gaddafi. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Zero Esports Legends of PUBG Mobile. Let's go. This is the Master Stage Day 1. I'm sorry, I'm just a little late. Had a couple little glitches here and there, but I think we're good now. Mohammed, let me know if you can hear me, if there's any issues. But we're going to go through these slots, guys, in Slot 3, New Era. Slot 4, Got Times Hate. In Slot 5 are the 4, Strength. In Slot 6, The Heaven. Slot 7, the hosts of today, Zero Esports. Hello, Jimbo, big fan. Slot 8, 23 Legends. Slot 9, 1 4, all. Slot 10, Nexus Gaming. Slot 11, you big baby. Slot 12, WL Gaming Esports. Slot 13, got times the Genesis Esports. That slot 14, 03 Brothers. I must be counting down. How about 2, 1? There they are. No. 15, ALEP Esports. Slot 16, Razavilla. Slot 17, Brothers in Arm. 18, Strong Academy. 19, Nova Junior. 20, the Baltic Warriors. 21, Hidden Gems. And 22 are the Deciders. There are your teams going into stage 1, day 1 of the master stage. We have 4 intense games today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. We're going from 30 teams down to just the top 18. So there you guys go. Let me do this really quick. Let me get that map screen up there. Let's go ahead and pick 0 Esports, Jimbo. We are going to jump with Jimbo, the host of all of this. And here you go, guys. We are on the screen and we are ready to roll. We are ready to go into... Hello, Levo. Welcome, Levo. Much bigger fan. Much bigger fan. All right, guys. Here we go. Tonight's very first flight path. We're coming in from just that northern side of Primorse, going across the top of Ferry Pier, the West Gas Station, and the East Gas Station, or East Bridges Gas Station, over Milta and out to that Milta Power Peninsula, over Milta Power. So we may have AFKs on that ground, but we'll have to keep an eye. If you have a team you want to check in on, make sure you let me know. Have to shout out to 0 Esports. All you have to do is take a screenshot of sub, like, and a comment in the chat to get into tonight's giveaway. Thank you again to 0 Esports. Alright, let's go ahead and scroll on in. Ibrahim. There we go. I knew I could spit it out. I'm a little stressed. I had some issues at the beginning. Alright, so we do have 4 teams down here in Primorse. Let's head on over to Primorse. We'll get into that, and I'll keep you updated on what is happening with that zone. We are half mainland and military base islands. So let's see what we've got over here. We have Team 12, WL Gaming, Team 17, Brothers in Arms, and Team 22, the Deciders. Oh, we're down to 1 HP as we try to get on out of that window. We do find ourselves a pump shotty, but the pump shotty with 1 HP makes things pretty difficult. So let me see. We'll check and we'll stay here for just a second. And the rest of these teams are pretty spread out. We do have a couple of teams right over here by that OP dip. And there he goes. So, Kizra. Hello, Kizra. I am so sorry, Ibrahim, that I said your name wrong. I'm just kind of stressed out. Just had too many glitches at the very start. Alright, so let's see what's going on now, because we do have WL up to 2 eliminations already, and they are coming right up and in. Let's see what L's doing. Ella's, what you doing? It looks like they're gonna go ahead and pull on back just a little bit. And what are you doing, Ultra? They're just keeping an eye. So let's go ahead and check out the rest of the map while they are situating themselves. We do have a couple teams right next door in Ferry Pier. Let's see what's happening on over here. Zev has already been knocked over here for Team 15. ALEP Esports. Alep. I know I'm going to end up saying that 20 times. Let's check in on Flevis for Team 9. All 4-1. Alright, it does sound like we got footsteps right here on Flavius, so we'll have to see if Flavius is going to push that out. Oh, sticky bombs. We got some sticky bombs in our future. Ibrahim, I would have all the time to argue, but I'm in a game right now. Alright, so let's see what else is going on, because I do see another fight. Let me see if I can figure out where that fight is. And I believe that might be down in Primorsk as well. So we'll go ahead and jump back and forth between Primorsk and here, and we'll see what's going on. I'll go ahead and put that map screen up there again for you guys to give you a good idea where your teams are. We do have 18 teams in this, and we're still in stage 1. And it does look like we've got Team 17, Brothers in Arms, pushing right up and in onto WL Gaming Esports. So let's see what's happening. Hello, Rex. Big fan, Rex. Big fan. Alright, let's see what's going on. So the fight over in Ferry Pier has started again. You can see that Alep just got another one. And, ooh, Ultra over on that other side gets knocked. We saw him up on that bridge line. Let's see what's going on. The Ultra God. And we do have him getting picked up as the rest of his team are pushing right up and in. Ellis is up to 2 eliminations, and they do have at least one knocked over onto Team 22, the Deciders. So the Deciders trying to get that reset off, and we are down to just a duo over here. We do have 3 eliminations, but as you can see, Fact is down to about 5 HP, and Chap is not doing that much better over here. They are trying to find some health, as we do have WL Gaming Esports trying to push up onto them. So let's go back over to Els, because we know that Els is up front, and these are the last 2 standing for the Deciders. Deciders are not having much luck finding the health. I see that they're both still down quite a bit. We do have quite a few other fights going off, and there goes another one. So we're down to just a solo now. In fact, has been knocked over here, so it's just up to Chap. Chap is trying to heal up with some bandies. He's got about 11 of them left, but he is facing off now against all 4 of them. If you look up in the upper right hand side in that mini map, you can see all 4 of them in a V formation coming right towards them. So it's not looking good for him. We may have a 1v4 or. So let me put that up there, see what's going on. We do have a lot of movement now, as the blue zone is starting to push them on in, but let's go ahead and stay here for just a second, as here they come right up an inch. That is a 3-piece for Ella's. So now let's get on down here and find out what is happening. 4, 1, 4. Oh! Flavius trying to hold him off. Flavius down. Oh, he gets one out through that window. Is able to get the elimination, but let's see. We do have Team 6, the Heaven, coming right up and in. He goes out and around, and he gets caught by the Scar and the Molly. So now we have 1 left, 1 for all, and the big babies are now in a fight with, and I did not catch who they are in a fight with. I think that is Heaven, so we'll have to go check and see where that is right now. But we have another solo over here versus the squad, so we do have another team pulling right up and in. It is ALP, which is Team 15 Alep Esports. So they came in under that 3-piece. Let's go. Let's see what else is happening on this map. You can see that our zone is getting ready to close. We still have quite a few teams over in the OP dip area. So let's go ahead. Oh, and there they go. So Heaven now down to just a solo also, but he was able to push up and get that one off. But now we have all of them from ALP coming right up in ALEP Esports and Snow. Oh, right on through that window with that nade. So
So let's go ahead and figure out where the next fights are going off. I don't see as much action over in the OP dip anymore. It looks like one team coming right on out of that. Hello, boss. Hello. We're down to 12 teams just like that. Let me see if I can find any. We do have a team up here in Yasnaya. And we've got a couple of teams right on over here. So let's go ahead. I will show you the new zone. The new zone is still 50% mainland and 50% water and military base. But my bet would be we're going back to the mainland. But we'll have to see when we get there. Alright, let's go. We go ahead and scroll that in just a little bit more so you guys can see a little better. There's nobody on this western edge, so I'm just going to scroll it over that way, give you guys a little better idea of where everything is. We have Team 20, the Baltic Warriors, trying to come up to over towards this bridge area. But it does sound over here like Team 823 Legion are trying to make sure that doesn't happen, as well as, oh no, Hate is in trouble. This is Got Times Hate Team 4 trying to come right up and over, trying to get over to probably to find a hovercraft. So at least getting into this area over here with the fights between Team 20, the Baltic Warriors, and Team 823 Legion. I see Borny over on that ridge. Let's see if he has those. He does. He has the sight line. So let's see if he can get on over here to try to get those eliminations. He does have his teammates coming up, and he's trying to get those shots in through the smoke. And it does look like we have Team 4 coming up behind him. Team 20 is in a really rough position. Team 23 still trying to get that, and there it goes. And he was taken out by that nade. So there it is, guys. Let's go ahead and put that map screen up there again, give you guys an idea where we're starting to huddle up now. We do have quite a bit going on over by that 12 pack. We've got the two teams. We got Big Baby and Zero Esports, but we still have a couple of from Team 4, Got Times Hate, heading up and over towards that farm area, and they may be found by 23 Legion, but I feel like our next fight is going to be over here by this quarry area. So let's check in on what is happening as Team 12 WL Gaming, they are just coming right up and around. They completely circled around Team 5 for strength. So we are starting to spread out just a little bit, but we still have the two teams over towards that farm area. So they are over in the blue zone trying to loot up, maybe. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing over here, but they're definitely checking for something. It does look like Hit only has 4 band-aids to his name. So my guess is they need some first aid, guys. First aid. Alright, let's see what else is going on. It does look like we got another team that's not too far away from this Ferry Pier area. This is Team 10 Nexus Gaming, and you can see in the mini map up in the upper right there, not too far away from ALEP Gaming. So let's go. We'll keep an eye on this in case they do get in the fight. But for now, they are just trying to get on into that zone because our zone's getting ready to collapse, and we still have 23 Legion outside of the zone in the blue. And we've got the team coming down from Yasnaya still. So that Yasnaya team is Team 13 trying to fight that blue, trying to come on in. Team 13, Got Times Genesis, coming across the golf course, headed on down and in. They'll be coming into this northern side of this. Oh, we did shift over to the military base. So look at that. So we're going to military base island most likely. Children, hello, 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 hello. So let's see. I think we're going to have a cluster over here at this west bridge. So let's go ahead and stick here for just a minute. So the winner of the battle is Libu. I don't even know what battle you're taking. But apparently we're not updating. There it goes. Finally. So we got Big Baby over here on the bridge. And you can see that not too far behind him is Team 16, Razavela. And they have already gone over that ridge line. But we did see Baban was able to get those sight lines. He knows where they went, and the rest of his team coming on in. Nice scouting from him, but we do have a couple over here from Team 16, Razavela. There is a sea of hovercraft. Have you seen so many hovercraft out there taking those shots down onto Nexus Gaming, the fish out in the water? Ooh, he's found 2 of them. So now there are still 2 from Nexus. Look at this. He's just trying to find where the rest of the fish are. And he does find another one. There's only 1 solo left. Is he able to get that? Oh, right out in front of him. Look at that. He tries to get into the hovercraft right in front of him. Now they're going to go ahead and try to spray that hovercraft down. The rest of his team going out. But now look at this. He's going to try to come up and be aggressive. Trying to get those shots onto. Oh, and there he goes. So Sky taking out 3 of them at least in the water. You can see over here all the fool crates just popping right up. Let's head on over to this eastern side now and see what is happening as we got 23 Legion coming right up and in onto Team 7-0 Esports, the host of tonight's matches. Let's go, Jimbo. So Jimbo hearing all this chaos right next to him, and look at this nice wraparound on this eastern edge, but he's still gonna end up right here in front of Borny at the top of this hill, chasing him down, doing the seat swap. Ooh! But Zup from Zero Esport was able to get that shot from the back of the buggy. So now they're gonna come on back, try to get that elimination, but now they've got him up on top of the hill. Zup trying to heal himself up. Els has been knocked, so come on, Els, get your feet up. Get on up there. So now Team 8, Borny making it all the way back over there, but here comes the rest of them. So now look at this, trying to do the distraction, driving by Jimbo to make sure that they can get their teammate picked back up. Jimbo with that nade primed and ready for the push up from the 23 Legion. Klaus coming out and around that rock on the other side, just missing it. Jimbo getting those shots, and oh, Jimbo getting shot from the back. Now Zup. Oh, 23 Legion winning the top of that hill. Alright, let's go ahead and see what is happening now in the next area. Let me scroll on in, make it easier for all of us. We are down to 9 teams, and we've only got 1 team truly in zone. We do have another team up on this cliff side, but they're going to have to probably come across that river when it's really gonna hurt. So let's stay here with Team 3 New Era while I go ahead and fix our map down below, and I will put the map screen back up there for you so you can check in to see if one of these 9 teams are one of the teams that you are watching for. If you guys have a team that you want me to check in on, make sure you let me know in the chat so that I can check in on them and see how they are doing. But you can see this is a really ugly zone coming into stage 5. It is more than 50% water, and you know these IGLs are just not happy with all that wide open beach. Now here, New Genesis coming right up in onto Razavela. So he does get taken out of that. Let's see what's going on. Fry coming around the backside, trying to come up onto this ridge line. And his teammate up at the top, his two teammates now have been knocked. So we're down to just a duo for New Era. I think Fry's going to be able to pick him up and get him back into this match. But the witch is all the way down on this ridge. line. Oh, and the beach is not good for the water not helping the witch at all. I'll get you, my pretty. Alright, so what is going on now over here with Razavela? Because they do need to get on into zone there, right on the edge of it. But we do have teams already setting up in all the places. We have Hate coming right up on this ridge, but on the other side, oh, they are getting sandwiched now. We got, spraying them right on out of that vehicle as they came right up and over. He does have another teammate. We got hit on the other side, also trying to make sure that they do not breach the top of this ridge line, because we also have 23 Legion breaching the other ridge line. So there, it's a duo coming and getting sandwiched between the two teams, coming up on both flying mobiles. There are vehicles in every direction, guys. That was quite the vehicle dance right there. So now New Era down to a duo taking over this bridge, but they're gonna have to move on over, and we do have the fight now over here between 23 Legion and Team 16 Razavela. We got Borny getting ready to prime that these cars. They got some special Wheaties for the breakfast for these cars, and let me tell you. So now we do have Borny priming that grenade, trying to get them up and over as the mollies are coming on back. 23 Legion, still a full 4-man team. On the other side, Razavela down to just a duo, and Zeus down to 1 HP. So Zeus is also trying to get that heal off. We do have Team 5 trying to come up and in now. Let's check in on what is happening with this bridge camp. Off is the only one that made it across the bridge, barely, and that was the 4 strength. And we do have Fry from New Era now trying to get over onto the other side of the bridge, and our zone is still shrinking onto this beach just to the east of the west bridge. We've got fish in the water trying to come up onto land. I have no idea how they think they're going to be able to get up in there, because we've got Razavela and 23 Legion still in that fight over there. The duo holding off that squad, and we do have Big Baby still over here in that compound as well. It looks like Zeus can hear Borny coming up right behind him. While you watch that for just a second, I'll fix our map down below so we get a really good idea of what's happening. Might even be able to get some sky view at this point. And Zeus is found on the beach. And now Borny watching all the fish coming up into that water. We are down to the top 3 teams. We got Big Baby over here in this compound, but Big Baby looks like they are starting to hurt, starting to get a little bit. But Tony C coming right up onto Big Baby now, trying to get that trying to get that nade right up into that compound. And now it is a 2v4. All 4 of them from 23 Legion still in this. We still have Big Baby right on the edge of that play zone, so they are still in zone at this moment, but it does look like 23 Legion does have the zone all locked down. I'm not sure how the Big Babies are going to be able to get on out of there, but we're going to see momentarily. I'll go ahead. Oh, and before I could even do it, there is your first match. There you go. 23 Legion coming in first with 18 eliminations, 10 placement, 28 total points for this very first match of the Masters of Stage. Big Baby coming in second. We've got 9 eliminations, and coming in third. Forgot who it was. Oh, geez. Alright, here are your scores. 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18, and 19. Let me check really quick if I can figure out who that was coming in third. If not, we'll just go ahead and head to the break because we had got to get rolling. No, I'm not going to be able to figure out who it was, guys, but there are your scores. Yep, I'm not going to be able to do it. That's what happens when I'm talking, guys. And then I start reading text from you guys. Be right back.
So let's check in on Picado over here. I see 3 teams over in Picado. Let's check out what's happening here. Looks like we have AE Esports over here with Leo Esports and KX Esports. Redzo still trying to hold off the push by all of them from Fire Out. And ooh, Terry does get knocked. And so now Impulse is down to 1 HP and Laxi is still driving. Look at this. Laxi is just now coming up and around. Laxi, get on out of there if you want to get out of there, Lexi. Go, go, go. So now, Redzo is down to a solo player. Shoot to survive. The Artist Baby up to 2 eliminations. So, Artist for the win. Your voice is kind of cute. Well, thank you, Desonic. Where am I from? I am from Michigan in the U.S. Alright, so let's go. Let's go up here and see what's happening way up at the north side of zone. We do have here's your wild domination coming right up and in onto. And Generation of Miracles. Generation of Miracles, I believe, are right to the north of them. Yes, they are. So Generation of Miracles are down to just a trio now. So let's see what's going. They're just going to go ahead and move around the water treatment, go to the north. But we do have Wild Domination all the way up over at this side as well. Dauntless still over in El Pozo. We still have Fire 2 Easy way up in El Azahar and Fire Out. Ooh, we do have Gaddafi. Gaddafi has not moved too far away from Cardis. Cardis is all the way up at the top. They are not too far away. And the top fragger is kind of close to him, so let's see. I'm not sure they know that he is right across, but Fire Out may end up in a Cardis trap, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. Everybody else is just kind of shifting around in their zone, so let's go over here to Picado and see what is happening. We still have all 4 of them from Leo Esports, but AE one of them just got knocked. Ragnar was knocked over here. Ghosty, hello Ghosty. Oh, AE is now down to just a duo. And Bedwar it does not have a helmet. Ooh, he ran right in front of that window and did get tagged up just a little bit, but he should be able to get his teammate picked back up. And let's see, Mano is back up onto his feet, just trying to heal back up, but so we've only, with the 3 teams in Picado, we only have 1 elimination so far, and we still have all these rotations coming down through from the outside. So let's see, it does look like we've got a couple of teams going outside of zone. Wild Domination still way up near the water treatment, just to the west of it. We still have Dauntless over in El Pozo, and now it does look like Team 6, first one row, they are headed up to Cruz de Valle, so they're moving on out. And we still have the Redzo player, and look at this, Gaddafi. Looks like he's right over here behind. Let's see what's going on. Are you trying to track him down? He is definitely really close to Cardis. And there goes another knock in Picado. So let's focus on the fight over here. It is Leo. I heard that shotgun. So let's get on down here, see what's happening with Leo. Leo does lose one of their players, but we do have a knock over onto AE, so let's see what's going on. CU has been knocked, but they're getting picked back up, and Mono right over on this edge. Mono, don't stand there too long. So, but Bawar Power. Hi, hello, Six. Hello, my day is going well so far. How are you, Unholy Six? All right, so now I think we're down to just a duo over here for AE, and it does look like KX is letting this fight out, and they're just waiting. I'm not sure what they're doing. Fire out. Ooh, Gaddafi. Oh, Gaddafi. Gaddafi chased him down and got him. Look at this. And so now Gaddafi is over here by himself, and he did get the knock over onto Carta, so we should have been watching that a little closer. I did know that he was chasing him down. Oh, they came right up and in. Don't you hate that when you have a grenade in your hand and they push? And so no, Bawar, the last one still standing, still no helmet for him, and he only has an Uzi and he's got an Uzi and a Tommy gun. He's got 50 rounds in that Tommy gun. Get that Tommy gun out. All right, so let's see what else is happening. We still have KX coming up and in. You can see that KX is right here in this mini map up above, and they are coming up and around right on the outside of where these two teams are fighting. We do have Leo on the outside, so Bawar, I'm sure you were that pre-fire on that Uzi just is so toxic. Alright, let's go back over here so you guys can see what's going on with your maps, see where you want to see where your teams are. So there you go. And now I do see that KX is coming up onto Leo, and they're right on the outside, and Virus is now in a fight. So where is the fight with Virus? Where did Virus go, guys? Where are they? I kind of lost where Virus went because I've been watching too many other things. So we're going to keep this for just a second. Let me find out where Virus went this time. Team 5. So where is Team 5? Here they are. Right on over here next to Team Orion. So let's see what's happening over here. What is Virus doing down over there? Looks like Virus coming up into the minus generalis, but they do have Orion and Rocky right on over here, and oh, they just found Rocky right when I got to him. So now let's see, where is the rest of your team, Rocky? Where are they? They're up in. Oh, what a nice try from that. Though now here comes KX to push up onto this fight, take the third party. They waited for it all to happen, and now KX is down to just a duo, and that was Leo that was coming up, and we also have Zone 7 not too far away. Leo, let's see what's going on with Leo. Andre has been knocked. Let's check in the Slavic, and Bubby, ooh, coming in with that shotgun, and that is one angry lottery. Oh, Sonic with that pump shotty, but he's down to 5 HP, and he does still have Andre right there in front of him. Andre's still trying to get those shots, and
Hello everyone and welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores? Coming in first, Big Baby, 15 total points. Coming in second, Razavella with 15 total points. Alep Esports with 6. There are your scores, and I don't see the win a chicken dinner on here, but there are your scores coming in. Don't forget that we have 30 teams. Each team will play at least 2 days. 4 games each. There we go. At least 8 matches is what I was going to say. I got to stop paying attention to these alerts, guys. These alerts are just killing me. All right. I'm not going to pay any more attention to them. So as you can see, our teams are all in here except for Team 19. So we'll have to see if they allow the solo to go on through or not. So let's see what else is going on. The rest of these teams are all in their seats. Say the duration. It's slowly. It's knowing lovely. I like it. I like the snow. So let's go. Let's see. Did we get any more? No, they got kicked out of Team 19. So the Nova Juniors will not be in this match. Going into match number 2, day 1 of the Masters stage of the Legends of PUBG Mobile. There you go, guys. There we go. So this time we're going to be jumping with 23 Legions. Amar, he was the MVP of that last match. 6 eliminations, 746 damage. So as soon as we load on in, we will find 23 Legions, slot 8, and we will find Amar. Let's see, where did he go? There he is right there, guys. We're gonna get him over here. Get him on our screen. Here he is. There you go. The last match top fragger. 6 eliminations, 746 damage. And here we go. Let's go ahead and get that map screen up there so we can all see where the flight path is coming in from. And we're coming in from that very northwest edge, northwest of La Cabrera, going down across Crater Fields, right to the west of Power Grid Picado area, between Chumacera and Las Leon, really close to that Chumacera Abbey, and going to the eastern side of Partona. So there's your flight path. Looks like we've got a few teams already jumping off at the start of the plane path. Let's see who's going all the way to the north. It looks like we've got Zero Esports headed up over towards that Oasis area. And WL Team 12, WL Gaming Esports headed to La Cabrera. We've got a team headed down towards Crater Fields. We've got teams all spread out around the Crater Fields as well. We do have another team in La Cabrera, Team 21, the Hidden Gems, also right there with Team 12, WL Gaming Esports. El Pozo has quite the storm front coming across towards that western edge of Yasnaya. I don't know where all these players are going to go right on over here, but we do have 23 Legion right here on your screen jumping with Team 18, the Strong Academy. Amar already picking up the DP, does have all sorts of them in the red apartments in Picado, so he's getting as much loot as he can knit together. He finds level 2 helmet and vest. Now, it does look like one of his teammates is already getting ready to push across to the other red apartment. Got 23, Legion 23 coming right up and in. And it does look like Team 18, the strong team, are right over here. This is the Strong Academy right next door. So we'll see if they can hold off the push by 23 Legion. 23 Legion does have one all the way back by that. It is Borny with that, and Klaus. Borny with the K9, and Klaus with that mini over here trying to get those knocks over onto as Team 18, a Strong Academy, still trying to hold off the push, and we're down to just Christy. Christy is the last one still standing. Christy does not have a vest, has a level 1 helmet, and Uzi, as the rest of 23 Legend are pushing right up and in. All 4 of them are coming. We've got Klaus on the 5-stack, keeping an eye on Christy. Christy cannot turn her back to that window, so Christy's in a rough spot, but holding the corner of the stairwell, waiting for him to come on up. Let's see what's gonna happen next. And there goes the rest of Christy's. It does look like Christy has one more teammate, so we do have 52 Hertz. I'm not sure what that name is, but they had 52 Hertz right on downstairs. You just saw him jumping right on through this window. And the fragger coming down with that Uzi. He doesn't have a helmet, but he's got a level 1. Oh, right into the mouth of that S12. So now he's going to go ahead and Christy getting that knock. Christy does have them pushing right up and in, and gonna try to get her teammate picked back up, but the push is coming too fast. Christy's gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do here. They come right up and in. Oh, and there goes the Strong Academy, though. 23 Legion did lose Tony C and all of that, but let's go ahead and find out what else is going on. I'll go ahead and put that map screen back up there. We do have that fight going off up here in Le Cabaret. Let's go on up here and see what's happening between Team 12. We're down to just Ella's. Ella's is the last one still standing, is there getting pulled up on by the hidden gems. The hidden gems right outside Ella's with a nade or a molly could really hurt them. Look at this. All of their teammates right down here might be able to get a res off, because that does look like what Team 21, the hidden gems, are also doing. And here comes the push, but you can see that all these teams are having issues with these first aids. Oh, coming out and around. So now we did lose one for the hidden gems, but we should be able to get back up to a trio coming into our next zone. Let me go ahead and put that map screen up. You can see that we are still headed down towards that Leones area, center-ish zone. So let's see what else is happening. I feel like 23 Legion may be getting watched by Team 22, the Deciders, up on top of the mountain coming on in. And we do have another fight. Let's see what's going on over here. I believe it is right over on this area where we just saw one of them getting taken down. I see Team 6 right down below Team 6, the Heaven, and Team 17, Brothers in Arms. So let's see what Brothers in Arms. It does look like we've got a cross angle. So let's go over to the other side, see what's going on. We do have a rotation going on as well. So and look at that. We got ABC Tunier right across on the other side, trying to get those angles right on down into the grays. And I think Real may be the last one still standing. Skrill. So we'll see if Skrill can hold off the push. We do have Snow. Snow is also, or Sonic. I've got snow on the brain, guys. Snow on the brain. It's so Sonic. Let's go and see what's happening over here. Looks like he's getting pushed up on, trying to hold off the push by two of them coming up these stairs. This is Team 11, the big babies. The big babies getting Sonic down to about 5 HP. And the drop shot, but he does get found. So now Skrill is the last one still standing. Let's see what Skrill is doing over here. Skrill trying to hold it off, coming right up and into that molly and getting taken down by Team 17, Brothers in Arms. And we are out in the blue, so we're going to have to come on in. We're all the way to that southern side of El Pozo. Looks like we might have another chaos right on over here. Let's check in on Team 14. Team 14, 03 Brothers. 03 Brothers trying to pull up into the print shop over here. But we already have Team 914 all there right here as well. So now let's see if they can get away from this, because they are a full 4-man team, but I'm not sure where the rest of their team is at the moment. We're trying to get one for all. Big back up. Let's see what's happening on the top as they are trying to get out of there. Let's go. Coming right up and in onto Team 21. Team 21 was right on there as well. The hidden gems trying to get on through. Right on past Team 14. 03 Brothers. Team 14 right in front of them. Sprays them out of the truck and runs over. So now there's some tires squished to get out of there at the next tire wash. Alright, so let's go. Let's see what's going on. Center zone, we only have a few teams. All the rest of these teams are trying to rotate on into this zone. We do have another little bit of chaos over here. Let's see what's happening over by the Mount Kilimanjaro farm area. This is team 17, Brothers in Arms, still getting pushed up on by Big Baby. Big Baby right at the top. Look at this. Big Baby Ban was able to get found. Team 11 right on both sides. A Legend over here. Legend getting ready to throw those nades right up and into that smoke. But the Big Babies have already moved over and out of that area. And you can see that they are still coming up and around. But look at how Legend is getting covered by the rest of this team. If you look up in your mini map, they are all right around on the top. And look at that Toon just driving right on through, trying to get some tires squished onto his buggy as well. So now we did get that heel off, and now let's see what's going on. I think he is the solo remaining. He is, they're trying to get him from all these different side strokes, throwing those nades up and over the vehicle, already blown up. He gets the knock on the Toons, and now he's still trying to get those shots on the Legend, but he's being covered from the grays by the other one from the Brothers in Arms, Team 17. Right across on both sides. The seat swap. The seat swap. There we go. Hello, Said. Hello, Said. Entertaining Shorts. Alright, so if I'm saying your name wrong, I am very sorry. I don't speak English. No English. Alright, let's head into the center zone area because we do have several teams right around here. You can see that we do have ALEP, we've got New Era, and we've got times hate right here. Ooh, we also have Team 5 up on that ridge line. 4 strength. Let's go on over to 4 strength, find out what is happening with them. Let's check in on a little baby. So we'll see what's happening. Little boy, I got babies on the mind. Big babies coming in from that western front. Alright, what is happening over here though? Team 17 or Team 16 has Team 13. I found Team 13, guys. Team 13 is got times Genesis. There we go. They came in third their last match. Just took me a little bit of time to remember that. I forgot. Alright, so we are on a really strange split. We do have a 2-2 split. You can see that the other 2 are coming down from the warehouses on the southern side of Impala. And if you can't go forward, go backwards. That always works. That always works for me. I am always backwards though. Haven't figured out the forward part. Team 15 ALEP coming up onto New Era. New Era's over onto this side, right behind them on that hilltop. So let me go ahead and put that map screen up there. You guys get an idea of where your teams are. We still have 13 teams in this. Let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more. Give you guys a little better idea of what's happening because we do have a lot of water. Our zone is getting ready to shrink, and there you go. Our zone going up to that La Patita area. So let's go ahead and get back into the action now. We do have a lot going on over here. Let's check in on Team 10 now. Team 10 is coming right up and in. This is Nexus Gaming, and right behind him is another team. It is the Deciders right behind him on this rotation. You can see that the Deciders have backed off just a little bit, but the southeast edge of zone is really getting clustered. Let's head on over to Team 15 because it looks like we've got ALEP getting pulled up on by, I believe that is Team 10 right on their door. Yes, it is. Nexus right outside, trying to get some of the angles, trying to get some of that information on where Team 15 are. So let's go see what happens next. Is Team 15 still circling it? still getting circled up and around. So let's head on over and see what is happening with all these Winchester shots coming on out from Team 5, the 4 strengths. So let's go ahead and zoom on in just a little bit more on our map down below. There we go. Looks like we've got one getting a little close. We do have some knocks going off, but I don't see any active fights. Let's see if we can find out where this fight might be. It is over here on the southeast edge because all these teams are trying to rotate into the zone. So team 16 right here, Rosabella, they are getting surrounded by Team 4. You can see that Team 4 is moving right around in front of them. They get Team 5 behind them. But if we scroll on in, you can see that there's quite a bit of space between all these teams. Let me go ahead and put that map back up there so you can figure out if your team is down in the southeast edge. So good afternoon. How are you today? Well, good afternoon to you as well. Alright, let's get back into this match. Let's see what's happening as all these teams are still trying to find their spot. It does look like we've got a lot of action from Got Times 8 over here. They are playing a demolition derby, trying to come right up and in onto Team 10. Nexus Gaming right on top of Alep. Ooh, Ragnar. That was some really good reaction time. He pops over that ridge line, and there's someone just right there in front of him in that window. He's able to get that knock, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the elimination because none of his teams seem to be pushing right up and in just yet. So let's see what's going to happen as Alep is Got Times Hate up on this ridgeline also has coming right up behind him Team 10 as well. Nexus is right behind him, so Nexus may have some of those sight lines down onto Got Times Hate and Alep. So the south side of the zone still total chaos. Nexus finding one of them from Hate right in front of him, and another one from Hate going down. So now Hate, Got Times Hate is down to just Hit. Hit is still right over in this cluster of all these teams coming in from the south side. So there are teams in fights every direction. Let's go ahead and find out what's going on over here with Nexus. As Nexus is still trying to come up and around by Alep, but they do have the teams coming in from right behind him as well. We do have Team 3. It looks like he may be down to a solo. Yes, that was Hit. Do not get on that rooftop. Do not get on that rooftop at this moment. There we go. We have the Deciders coming right up behind Team 3, New Era, right in front of them along this ridge line, and I can see Pika just on that edge. So let's see what's going on with Pika. Oh, Christmas tree ornament we've all wanted. We've always wanted a Porsche for our Christmas tree ornament. Alright, so that's a good one. So let's see what else is happening over here with Team 22, oblivious to the Christmas tree ornament. Deciders pushing, wrapping up and around, headed over towards Team 15 at the moment. Oh, they do get a knock onto one of them, but Team 5 is right in front of them trying to go along that ridge line. So Team 5 are the 4 strengths. So let's go. Let's see what's going on over here with Team 8. We haven't seen much of Team 8. This match here is the last match, Top Fragger. So, hello everyone, hello, welcome in. If there's any issues on your side, let me know. If we've got any sound delays or whatever, I'm ignoring all the pings at the moment. I keep getting alerts and I'm not sure what the alerts are for, but I'm just trying to roll with it. My anxiety not very good today. Alright, so let's see what's happening over here. Ooh, that was that clicking. 23 Legion. We do have Got Times Genesis trying to come up and around, but we got Borny over here for 23 Legion trying to get those shots onto Razavela. Razavela right in that shack, the nade shack. Not the greatest place in the world in my opinion. Let's go ahead and scroll that in there. You can see that our zone has popped again. We're going over to the La Patita area, guys. La Patita. You know how fun it is in that crash site. So let's see what else is happening. I just missed that. So let's see where this fight is going on. Right up over here. Team 9 on top of Team 3. Ooh, Team 3. And Nexus from all the way across. That was from all the way across over at the other side. And look at this. He's just spraying them down. And he does he get that second one? He does get another knock. So now he's going to go ahead and push up and around. We do have Nexus up to 6 eliminations. And now going to come on through the crash site and wrap up and around, try to get some of these eliminations. And there goes another one. Look at this. The seat swap up and over. These ridges not making it very easy for him to come right up and over. We do have another team coming up along this ridge, and that is Team 13. Got 10 Genesis. Kimi right at the top. Look at this. Just spraying them down over at that nade shack. That nade shack, you guys already know. I'm not a fan of the nade shacks. Nade shack, baby. So now let's head on down to Team 13. See if they're going to be able to get anybody picked back up. They did. They were, but now Hydra trying to come on out. And Hydra just barely getting a couple of feet out that door. Borny also in another fight with 4S. Let's see if we can get on over and find out what is happening right on down below him for the 4 strength. Borny right on top of him, trying to find him in all the smoke. Just smoking them all out. And Borny getting found by the 4S. The 4S up to 3 eliminations, but you can see that the zone is still pushing right on in. Let me see if I can get a bird's eye view of the zone. We are right on this ridge line over here by the crash site. So let's go up and see. We got Team 17 in the longhouse. Team 17, brothers in arms. Down to the top 5 teams, brothers in arms. ALEP, Razavella, 4 strength. And we have Team 10 coming up and in, Nexus Gaming. So there are your teams coming into the zone. We're right on this ridge zone. So let me put this iPad up here, give you guys that bird's eye view of what is happening. You can see that ALEP coming right on through, right next to Razavela, 4 strength, and coming in under Nexus right on top of them as well. And we still have brothers in arm up on top of this ridge line. So let's get back into this match and see what is happening with our up close and personal. You can see that 4S coming out of the blue right now, trying to come on in, but Nexus, ooh! Nexus from the top of that hilltop. I think that was A8, and A8 now rolling up on top of this. And you can see in the mini map up above, the zone is really starting to crush on in. But we do have Nexus up at the top of the hill. Nexus Gaming holding this ridge line, and now Nexus Gaming, one of them does get knocked, but they're still holding this ridge line. So we'll go ahead and see what they're doing. They are trying to heal up right on over there, but you can see that ALEP right there is your center zone down in the lower right hand corner. A8 throwing those nades up and over, so the nades are raining down from this ridge line just right on top of the other 4 teams. We are down to 4 teams. We still have Sky over here. Somehow Razavela has been completely ignored by all the teams pushing up and in. Alep. Oh, Alep, look at this devastating nade. The devastating nades from Nexus Gaming up on this ridgeline. Nexus Gaming is absolutely using the ridgeline to the best of their abilities. They are just dominating 4S, trying to come up and in A8 once again, finding them. So now let's see what's going on with A8, as A8 does have this nade up and over. We're down to the top 2 teams. We have 2 teams left, and we are down to just the solo for Alep, as he is coming right up and in. It is a 1v, a 1, and there you have it, guys. Coming in first, Nexus Gaming. Woo, with a lot of eliminations. 16 eliminations for 10 placements. 26 total points for this Miramar match. Coming in second, ALEP with 5 eliminations and 4 strength. Coming in third with 3 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18, and 19. Going all out, Nexus Gaming M5. 7 eliminations, 802 damage. We'll be jumping with M5 when we come right back with the scores in match 3 of the master stage for the Legends of PUBG Mobile. Be right back. Here he comes, pushing right up and in with the pump shot. And we do have, let's see, I think that is it. I think we do have little Esports not too far away, but I think those are all on rotation. So Sonic needs to heal up, but he has a level 1 helmet and a dead level 1 vest. Dauntless coming in from the blue, coming into the northwest, and the northwest side of this zone is crazy busy. So they need to come on down south. So let's see what else is happening. It looks like Cardis may end up over on Sakari. And we still have all sorts of rotations going really close to each other, but nobody really right on top of each other. Is Claus in? Yes, he is! Sheriff Claus is in. Spidey. Hi, Green. Sup? Hey, Jimbo. You know what time it is, Spidey? Alright. So I don't really want to click off this final match between these 2 players. So let's see what else we could see on the screen. It looks like Cardis is moving to the north of Sakari, so they might not run into each other. So let's see. Is that it? Did I miss it when I was looking? Oh, there he is. There's Andre from Leo. So Sonic getting ready to throw this nade right out. Oh, that nade. Oh, it's oh no. Oh no, the flashbang. So now both of them survived that though. Hello, Helmi. Hello everyone. Come on in, grab some popcorn because these are sweaty. Alright, it looks like Leo's gonna go ahead and pull away, but Sonic does not want that. Sonic wants to finish this off, so we'll see what's gonna happen. Dauntless Claus, here's Dauntless Claus, Sheriff right here, look at that, there he is, he's moving into zone. Let's hope he's awake, guys. Let's see if he can wake up and get those fingers rolling. Hopefully he didn't come into... Oh, Andre! With the angles right on through that window. And so now we do have... Look at this. Little Esports did come up and over to try to get some of the third party. But there's only a solo out of 3 teams coming into it now. Could you please write in English? I don't understand what you're saying, and I don't want to miss what you have to say. Ooh, XP3 from Dauntless. Oh, he's got a full team coming right up behind him, and this is Wild Domination XP3. I don't understand what you're saying, so please, English, please. All right, so let's see. It looks like he's just gonna go ahead, and is he gonna end up in... Are they going to push him or not? We do have another donut zone. We are right around Leones, just to this southwest
or southeast. Oh my gosh, southeast of Gato, right up where little Esports, Ooh, Virus is in another fight, guys. Let's get on over to Virus and see what's happening. Virus now coming up on two. Far too easy. Far too easy. One of them has been knocked. And are you going to go ahead and push on up and into it? Let's see. Here comes the push. Pico already there. Let's go. Let's see what Pico is doing on this push. This is Virus Esports Italy pushing up onto Far Too Easy. Far too easy. All clustered up in that back section. So let's see what's going on with them. Let's see. Did they get their teammates? Oh, they're down to just a duo now because 555 right on over on the other side was able to get that nade up and over, but Pico does get knocked. Pico did get knocked right on over here. Let's see what Katha is doing. Katha way up on this edge. So now let's see. It looks like we're going to go ahead and pick him up, and let's see. Guru still coming right up and around onto Far Too Easy, and I believe Far Too Easy just has the solo. Shadow, the last one still standing as they come pulling up right behind him. And now here comes the squeeze play from Virus Esports. Virus Esports now up to 6 eliminations. So, yes, sir. Please, English, please. I can't read what you're saying, and I don't wanna miss it. All right, so let's see what's going on with Dauntless right on over here. They are still right next to Wild Domination. Wild Domination coming in right between them, and look at this. Coming out of Bigato. Leo Andre ending up right between Wild Domination and Dauntless. So now he is in rough shape now. Can he finish off 2 more teams? Let's go on over here to Sakari. Sakari looks like they're in a fight over here between 2 teams. We have Cardis right on over there, as well as, let's see, I think that's a solo right on this side. Let's see, it is Redzo the solo. So we are all clustering up into Los Leon. We do have several teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think 9 teams. 9 teams in Leones, and everybody is still pushing up and in. I don't understand what you're saying. I wish I did. Okay, Jimbo, I'm leaving. Good night. Aww. Spidey. Alright, so our zone's getting ready to close again. Let's see if we're going to the urban area or if we're going to the mountains to the north. So we'll have to keep an eye. Oh, we went to the southwest. So now we still have Leones in it, and we are going down towards the wide open spaces. So we already know that the zone's going to be over here on this western edge somewhere. And look at this, Dauntless right over here in this fight with Wild Domination. Please, guys, English, please, can you help me? I don't know. I can't read what you're saying. Alright, so let's see what's going on with the rest of it. Let's get on over here. See what's happening between Team 18, Global Threat is right over here next to Generation of Miracles, Redzo. Look at all these teams right here. So let's go ahead and scroll on out. We got another fight right up at the top. What is happening with Zone 7? Zone 7 is in a fight with Team 6. Team 6, first one row. So let's see. Looks like I only see the one member of first one row. Everyone's trying to get on over and get into zones. So let's see. Dauntless Panda. Ooh, Claus has been knocked. We gotta get Claus picked. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Are you guys ready to see these scores? Coming in first, Nexus Gaming with a winner chicken dinner. I see it this time. 26 total points. Razavella coming in second with 23. Alep Esports 17. There are your scores for the first 2 matches of the Legends of PUBG Mobile. This is the Masters stage. This is hosted by Zero Esports, and we are getting ready. We still have a couple of players up in slot 1 and 2. You can see that.
But most of these teams, we still have empty slot for Team 19, the Nova Academy. Oops, the Nova Academy. So we should be seeing them. I think they said something about going into the last match. We are headed into Rondo this match, and we will be jumping with Nexus Alliance M5, 7 eliminations, 802 damage. But we haven't started our match just yet, but we should. Wow, perfect. Entertaining shorts. Everything is fine from our side. Thank you, Lord Gaming. Thank you. I don't know what these alerts keep trying, besides trying to give me a heart attack. Besides all that. Alright, we are missing one from Team 1403 Brothers. We are 3 brothers, so I guess that makes sense. We are missing one from Team 17 Brothers in Arms. The 3 brothers in Arms should, try to work that on out. ALP will be on top. All right. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I'll put the scores back up there so you can see that they're doing just fine. So they've done 2 matches. 03 Brothers down to just the 1 match. I guess they missed. I believe they might have missed the first match over in Erangel. We do have 2 more matches. We are headed into Rondo, and then we are rounding out the day with our final match over in Miramar. I guess they were able to vote on that, and they all decided they wanted the Miramar match. So that's where we're going for tonight's final match. Everybody's in their seats, so we should be starting fairly soon. If you have a team in here that you want to keep an eye on, we will be checking in on ALEP because we do have people calling him out. And again, we're going to be jumping with M5. He did have 7 eliminations, 802 damage, so we do have to give Nexus Gaming some screen time love as soon as we load on in. As soon as we load on in. As soon. Alright, so now let's see if we can find Nexus in Team 10. There we go. M5 on down here. And M5 right on over here. There is your last match top fragger on your screen. We're going to give him some screen time love. And now let's get that map screen up there so we can all pay attention to whether or not we have 1 or 2 flight paths. Just the solo flight path this time. Coming in from that northern side of Jadina City, going all the way down to the very southwest, just to the north along Ho. So we'll have to keep an eye on where all these teams go, since it is a single flight path in this Rondo match. So let's see. Let me scroll on in. They're getting ready to jump on off. Shadow PUBGM check. Yeah, shout out to Zero Esports for sponsoring tonight's UC giveaway. Just get your screenshot of the like, the sub, and the comment in the chat. Get your screenshot over to the 660 giveaway. Alright, so we do have them splitting up. Not too much going on right on over here, but we do have quite the cluster headed up towards that Neox factory area. Everyone seems to like that Neox factory for the very first start, so that they can get some of those eliminations, get some of those early points. You can see that our first zone is already popped, and we are going over to Jiaotin, way over on that western edge. So we do have western wall in this, about 10% of unplayable area. A lot of these teams will be really close to that first first zone as well. We've already got the fight going off, but you can see that Nexus Gaming, all right, get off there. Nexus Gaming is jumping with a few other teams. You can see them right there on the edge of the mini map above. We've got Team 9 One for All. Team 12, WL Gaming Esports. And Team 14, 03 Brothers. Look at the eliminations already starting to scroll on the feed. And I think they may be fine, so let's go ahead and head on over. We do have an elimination here. Let's check the Neox Factory really quick, because usually there are several teams over here. So over in Neox Factory, One for All, right on top of Team 13, Got Times Genesis. I need to give Got Times Genesis a little bit of screen time love, since I did not remember their name that first match, and it looks like Hydra does have that angle, but doesn't take that shot. I don't think he saw him on that backside. So let's get on over to Calamar, see what's going on over here. And they're just coming in from that backside, and we are outside the zone already, so we're gonna have to come on in. So let's go. Let's see what is happening on the top of the Neox Factory. We can hear that cars are coming up and in. That is Got Times Hate coming in. Zuko, hello Zuko. Zuko right on down below trying to get some of those elimination points. I'm not sure where his partner is, if the partner is here, getting the recall on him. So where did the Smurf go? I don't know. That jump shot. Oh, Zuko. Zuko gets taken out. And so now we are going to go ahead and recall the rest of that team. So we do have quite the cluster going on right on over here as well. Let's see what's happening with Heaven in the temples. So now we do have is just able to get out of that. Entertaining. If you guys aren't angry, gonna go to sleep. Go to sleep. Sweet dreams. I will talk to you soon. Alright, so now we have Team 18, the Strong Academy, coming right up next to Team 14 on the other side. The three brothers right over here in the temples. So now let's see what's going on as WL Gaming Esports holding down the balcony. Team 6 are trying to push up and in. Team 6, the Heaven on this backside, and the jump off the balcony. Ooh, clean wipes, and we'll be able to get him picked back up. But we still have all these teams right on over here. So let's go and find another team that we can check in on. Team 14 trying to get those shots up onto Team 18, Strong Academy. Team 14 are the three brothers trying to push up and in, trying to get a little closer over to these temple areas. And it does look like we're going to go ahead and call them back. Let's scroll on and let me put those map screen up there, give you guys an idea of where your teams might be. It's impossible for me to keep track of where the teams are with all the recalls. So we just go from fight to fight to fight, because that's what we want to see. That's why we are here. So now, Team 18, Strong Academy. Oh, they have that angle over onto Team 14, and I think Team 14 might be down to just a solo down here. And he is trying to keep an eye on where they are. He does have his teammates coming on back, so we'll have to see what's going on. Big fan. Entertaining shorts. Calling it a night. Hope you have a great sleep, and I will see you soon. Alright, so we also have WL Gaming all back up and over here, coming right back around, right on this ridge line of the temples. So let's see what's going to happen as we go up and over. Let's check in on Altar God over at the recall center. Let's see what Ghost Die. Let's see what Destroy, I'm thinking is what that says, but we'll never know. Looks like we have 4 teams right here on your main screen. It looks like we're going to try to get those shots over onto Team 14, three brothers, as Team 18 are pushing right up and in. Both of them getting knocked from Team 10 as well. Team 10 also up on the top of this ridgeline. It is not Kiss Me. Gimme. So let's see what's happening over here with A8. as Team 12 are trying to push up and over that ridge line. I'm going to go ahead and hold on off. Let's check in on what's happening over here with Team 20, the Baltic Warriors. The Baltic Warriors do have Team 11, the big baby, right on the outside of them. So let's see if they can go ahead and come on in. We still have teams all the way over onto the other side, the very far eastern edge. That is Got times Hate if you want to check that out. And our zone's getting ready to pop, so I'll go ahead and put this map screen back up and show you that we are still going all the way to the western wall. So we do have a couple of teams all the way in there. We'll go ahead and check in on what's happening in this center zone. Is Razavela coming right up and in on top of Team 9. Look at that. Oh, holy game. That was a fast flick from Team 9. Let's see if we can get back over to Team 9 and see what's going on, because they are still center zone. There we go. King able to get that. And Bajira up to 5 eliminations, so he might have been the one from behind, but no, he's all the way over here in the Neax factory. King holding down this recall center. So as here they come right up and into King again. That is 2 eliminations for King coming in. So now let's see, are we still all the way over on that eastern edge? We are still all the way over on that eastern edge, trying to come on through. I'll go ahead and put that up there so that you guys can check in on your teams, because we still have 17 teams and 61 players in this match, and they are all trying to come on in to these same areas. So we got a cluster going on. It looks like we just missed that fight. We have a bunch of teams coming in on the southeast side down near the edge. So let's head on over here to the 4. Let's see what Team 5, the 4 strength, trying to get those shots up onto Team 10 right when they were coming down. Nexus Gaming, we were over here at the temples earlier as the 4 strength came right up and around over to the temple. So they are still working their way. We can see that the EMP zone is getting ready to pop, so hopefully we are not in a vehicle at this moment for WL Gaming. And he does have all 3 of his other teammates driving up and in. Hopefully they're not going to try to drive into this EMP zone. They are all the way over here by Yulin. So it's going to take them a minute to get there. The rest of these teams all trying to push in towards this eastern edge. Some of these teams over here on the western edge will not have as much to worry about. Let's check in on New Era. New Era has all these teams coming up right behind them. You can see that we've got times Genesis. I should put the Genesis back up there just because I forgot what their team was. Look at that. We have Valverde coming right up and in onto New Era, trying to miss these trees, trying to get these passenger shots up on the New Era, pushing them right up and in onto Team 12 WL Gaming. All the clusters coming right up and in, right on top of each other. Let's get on over to WL Gaming. WL Gaming down to just duo. Let's check in on what Ultra is doing. Ultra too far away from their team, but we do have Throne right over here, trying to throw those nades up and over onto New Era to hold them off before, to try and get L's back up. So maybe we'll get L's picked back up at our zone. Pops again, and we shift back down to Joutit. Oh, I thought that was right on over here, but you can see here comes Team 10 again. Nexus Gaming coming right up and behind them. So now let's see if we can check in on what has happened with Nexus Gaming. Nexus Gaming, all 4 of them are still in this, and it looked like WL Gaming Throne was going to hop in that vehicle, but they just kept right on going. So we're going to go ahead and throw some smoke and keep them off. But let's go over into Joutin, because you can see on your mini map up in the upper right, we have 6 teams just in this mini map alone. So we have 23 Legion. ALEP called out in my YouTube chat. We have Genesis and we got so many teams coming in. We got Brothers in Arms. Look at all the teams. Look at all the teams coming in over here. They are all pushing right up and into this city or right around it. Thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you for the membership. Alright, so now let's go. Let's see what else is happening on the map, because most of these teams are crushing into the city, but let's see what's happening with Big Baby over here. Big Baby up to 7 eliminations, but they are crushed in between all these teams. We got Team 20, the Baltic Warriors, getting ready to push up and over the top of that ridgeline. That's not exactly what Baban wanted. You did not want to get moved out by that vehicle. Let's check in on Optimus Prime. We got Optimus Prime still trying to get out of that blue. We are in stage 4, so they're going to have to really push on in. We finally have most of these teams in this zone, and we do have a couple of players for WL Gaming coming on in, but this is stage 4, so that blue zone is really going to start hurting. So now let's get on up and see what is happening with Team 14. They do need to move up and around Team 14, the 0-3 brothers, and I think they might see the solo running on down below him. He is the final player, the solo player for Team 20, the Baltic Warriors. So looks like our game is really starting to heat up over in the city now. So let's go check in on the city. You can see this city is absolute chaos. Let me go ahead and get the sky view of what is happening over in the city. There are so many players in the city. We can't even see the city's name, and I can barely move on out. I've got 200 ping over here. We've got Big Baby over here. We've got One for All over here. Razavela, Alap. We got Times Genesis over here. They are all coming in. We got Team 22 coming on in from the other side. So let me get off of him, and I'll just go ahead and let's get into the other fights as they are coming on in. Let's see what's happening over here. It looks like we got players trying to hold down all the ridges, all the edges, all the stairs. And let's check in on 23 right on over here. Ibrahim! Thank you, Ibrahim! W in the chat for Ibrahim. Thank you. So now we're still trying to push up and in as the other team wraps up and around them. And I think it was Razavela over here trying to wrap on in. And Razavela keeping an eye right next door, but as you can see over here in the city, we have teams in every building there. Just let me go ahead and put this iPad up there, give you guys a sky view of what is happening. We do have 13 teams in this, and most of these teams are taking up at least one of those buildings. There you go, guys. Give you guys an idea of where everyone is, because this is your zone. This is what we are dealing with. These players are dealing with. One wrong move, one wrong open window, and you let all the flies in. Those 556 or 762 45 flies. So let's go. Let's go ahead and scroll on over. We do have 0 Esports coming in from that western side, and the 4 strength over on this western side, but not too far away. Let's check in with Jimbo as Jimbo tries to come right up and in to the middle of all of this. Here comes Jimbo. Jimbo. And we still have 13 teams in this, and you can see that even more teams have taken over even more of these compounds. We have the 4 strength coming right up and in now, and I did not mean to hit that, but this gives you a different perspective of how these teams are trying to come up and into the city. So there is your city view of the chaos going on down here. So I don't know where you guys want to check, but Zero finding out that their neighbors are grouchy. So now let's head on over and see what's happening with some of these other teams. You can see that Genesis is in a hot fight right on over here. Cuppy going down. Hydra, what are you doing over here? Oh, Hydra, I'm so sorry. And Kalmar is going to be able to get his teammates picked back up now. Let's go ahead and oh, we are crushing them into even less buildings now. And I don't think WL Gaming's going to be able to get out of this. Look at this. He has trapped himself in this little tiny corner, and he's going to have to get on out of there. Let's find out what is happening with Brothers in Arms right next door to Nexus Gaming. Nexus Gaming also has to move on out. You can see down below in the mini map, the pip, whatever you'd like to call it. See that they are going to have to come across that wide open space, across the street and into those buildings just to the north side of them, because the north is where we're going of the city. And now let's check in again on Zero Esports, find out. Pappy Sour gets the gifted gift. Oh, thank you, Ibrahim. Such a big fan, Ibrahim. Thank you. And so now we are still coming right up. Jimbo getting ready to throw those nades right up and over. We only have a duo left for Zero Esports as they are trying to push into zone. And not only do they have all the teams already in front of them, but they have teams crashing up and behind them. So Jimbo's still trying to figure out if there's any space available. And another gifted membership. Thank you, Ibrahim. Ibrahim, such a big fan. Thank you. So let's see what's happening. We're getting those reses off, and we still have all these fights going on. Let's see what's happening with Brothers in Arms. We're down to just Tooney. Tooney trying to get that heal off, but he is getting pushed up on by teams. You can hear footsteps in every direction right around the outside of him. He might get this res off. He does get the res off. He's got the Tommy gun. He is ready for it. Let's head on over. Ooh, did they push up and in? Yeah, I think that was Team 11 that was coming in. Big Baby. The Big Baby are up to 13 eliminations, and we do have 6 of them by Dennis. Let's check in on what this fragger is doing as he's trying to push right on in. The emergency cover flares coming up, coming down from the sky. Those big old Doritos. So now let's see what's happening. And we do have Brothers in Arms getting pushed up and in on again. So let's see if we can switch over to the fight with Brothers in Arms. And I'm lagging just enough that I can't even get over to it fast enough. I don't know what these alerts are all about. Brothers in Arms still trying to come up and in. Getting the shot out the window onto the Big Baby as they're still pulling up and in. We still have 16 in stage 8. We still have 16 players, and now we're going to this wide open space. We got a road right in the center. We got a couple of trees and mostly just one building. You can see that we got the emergency flares are covered all the way down on the ground in the park, the city center. So let's check in on Legend, and let's check in on Tooney. We did get Tooney picked back up, but Tooney can't push any far forward because he's got that Molly right in front. Oh, Molly in front of him, and he's got people on the ledges. Ibrahim gifting Rain membership. Thank you, Ibrahim. And now we are down to the final 4 teams. Let's see what's going on. As Big Baby does watch another one go right out in front of him. That might have been Slay. I have no idea who that was in front of him, but we do have Big Baby out in the blue, and now it is down to Razavela versus the 23 Legion. 23 Legion coming right up and in. Let's see what's going on as our last match to have Bragger. Big Baby, the last one still coming on in and trying to get those shots. Look at this. He's going to go ahead and spray them all out before he goes out to the blue zone. And there you have it. Coming in first from the blue. Big Baby. 12, 14, 19 eliminations, 10 placement points, 29 total points for this rondo match. GG. Razavilla coming in second with 9 eliminations coming, 9. I don't know where I came up with 7. I'm losing my mind. 23 Legion coming in third with 7 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 through 18. And 19. Going all out. Big Baby Baban. 6 eliminations, 792 damage. So we'll be jumping with Baban when we come right back for tonight's final match of the master stage of the Legends of PUBG Mobile. Be right back.
Back up, and we do have Wild Domination and another team coming right up and in as well. We do have a team. It is Little Esports. Little Esports is coming up and in, but I think Panda is going to be able to get Claus back up onto his feet. And XP3, we do have Little Esports. Oh, we are in a fight with Little Esports. I saw the wrong thing. So let's see what else is happening. Oh, XP3 on fire from Little Esports. Let's go up to Little Esports, see what's happening right on over here. It was Wild Domination. Okay, Wild Domination is up at the top, so I was right. All right, so we're Wings. Wings, you're going to need him to get out of this because you are now pinched between Dauntless right down. Oh, that angle outside the window, but we do have Little Esports up at the top trying to get into the fight, and now it is everyone's trying to get up, and Claus has been knocked again. Panda, oh, Panda gets found, so now it is Wings for Wild Domination. Oh, and he is gone as well, so now Andre is over here for Leo Esports. A solo coming out of that crazy Picado area, and look at this. So now we are going to the west again. Show us W team. I was just on Wild Domination. I was just there. Yeah, we are strong now. This. All right. So let's see what else is happening. Thank you for switching over to English. I truly appreciate it. I can't understand you otherwise. I only know English, and I'm not very great at that either. So, oh, it's going to be one of those days, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll on in and see where everyone's rotation is. I'll go ahead and put the iPad up. So we do have Zone 7 coming right up and in on top of Andre. Andre may be in trouble right on over here. He's been trying to stay quiet, but here comes Zone 7 right up and around. You can see that on the map down. Oh, not down below. You can see it on the main screen because I'm not back into the game yet. Guys, I've tried everything, but I don't know why this just crashes like crazy. And I think Andre's going to be able to survive this. I do think that Zone 7 is headed off to Zone, because Zone is going to start hurting now. We are in stage 5. Oh, they are right outside. Look at this. Is he going to take those shots? He does it. Oh, they saw him, so now he's in trouble. So And when he did that peek, they just got the, and now here they come. So now Andre does have to figure out what he's doing, and we are down on the Virus and Cardis. Cardis is right there. Oh, for the love of God. Alright, so guys, I don't know why this is happening. So now let's see what's going on with Virus. Virus and Cardis is right on the backside. So let's see what our last match top fragger. Oh, what a spray. What a spray by CYNT back. Our last match top fragger. And he is right over here by Generation of Miracles. So let's see. We still have 11 teams in this. And we're going into stage 6. So... woo! So let's see what else is going on. It does look like CYNT is trying to get through all that chaos, trying to get into zone. Alright, let's see if we can get this back up this time. I don't know why it's doing this, guys, and I apologize. So let's go. Let's see what else is happening. Oh, Olive Virus came out around White Room. We switch back over. Let me go to the top view so you can see that we are still going over to those far west storage buildings in Los Leones. And so Virus is still right here on the edge of zone. Hopefully we can load in. I don't know if it's the lag that's killing us or what, but let's see if we can stay here for just a second, because my lag is saying it's 20, and we already know I don't get 20 here. So Gamers United Force right across the way from GL Global Threat. So now let's see what's going on with Gamers United Force. It looks like he's going to come out and around right over here. Oh, they drop shot and he's able to get him. So now Knee's still trying to come in. Whoa! And there it goes. Gamers United Force taking out that full 4-man team. And so now we are down to the top 5 teams. So we do have Shoot to Survive, Virus Esports, Fire Out, and Gamers United Force. And I don't think Gamers United Force, yeah, there they go. I think they were taken down and out. And look at that, Zone 7 is coming right up and in onto Virus right across the way. I'll go ahead and leave that for just a second. Let's get on over. Look at Virus, boys. Your Virus team is up to 16 eliminations. Still a full 4-man team. Guys, please speak in English. Please. Alright, so let's go. Let's get on over to Katha, see what's going on with Shoot to Survive. Let's check in on Sherry again and see what Sherry is doing. Sherry is just trying. Oh, Sherry is in zone and trying to hold off the push by Fire Out coming on in. So let's go. Let's see what's going on with. Do you have a delay? Yes, I have a 3-minute delay. 3 minutes. So. Alright, so let's see what else is happening right on over here. Let's go back over to Virus, see what they are doing. Let's go to Fire Out and see what's going on. I cannot believe that Gaddafi was chasing down Cardis that whole way and did get an elimination onto Cardis. Every time Cardis moved 1 foot, he moved 1 foot. It was quite amazing to watch. So let's see. Please speak in English, guys. Honestly, please. Alright, so let's see what is happening right across the way. I think that's a better view, so now you can see where everyone has. Fire Out is up at the top. It does have the bird's eye view, but they do have Shoot to Survive and Virus right down below. Virus Esports Italy. So let's go. Welcome back, everyone. Are you ready to see these scores going into match 4 of the Masters stage of the Legends of PUBG Mobile? Big baby! With that winner chicken dinner, 45 total points. Rosavela coming in second with 38. Nexus Gaming at 35. You can see that they are still coming on in, and we should be
Ibrahim, oh, thank you so much for all of the memberships today, Ibrahim. Big fan, Ibrahim. Big fan. Ibrahim OP. Can I see that in the chat, guys? Can you spam that for me? Alright, so we're still loading them up. We still have a player up in slot 1. We are missing all of Team 6 and Team 19. So hopefully, looks like we're missing a player out of a couple of these teams as well. So hopefully we'll get started soon. Hopefully we'll have these teams come on in. Well, I did my very best for children, but he is unlucky. Yes, he is. But thank you, Ibrahim. Ooh, even Nate. Even Nate got one. Look at that. How about that, Ibrahim? Thank you. Thank you. We all know where that came from. We do. This time for tonight's final match. Going back to Miramar, we're jumping with Baban for Big Baby, 6 eliminations, 792 damage. So, well, as soon as we start this, I'm not sure if we're waiting for Team 6 to head on in, but nope. We're not waiting any longer. So, that's fine. Big Baby, Baban. As we head into today's final match, how much does it show your screen to gift a membership here? How much it shows your screen to give? I'm not sure what you're asking, Ibrahim. I'm not sure. Let me find Big Baby Baban. Let's see, there he is on the side, and let's head on down to slot 11, Baban. And there is tonight's final MVP. Woo! I think the price is different from region to region. I'm not even sure, Ibrahim. Alright, here we go. Let me put that map screen up there. We're coming in from the western wasteland wall, right between Monte Nuevo and Ladrilla, going to the north side of Monte Nuevo, Power Grid, San Martin, Hacienda del Patron, through Cruz de Valle, and dumping off in Camp Militar. So any AFKs will be stranded on land in Camp Militar. And I do see several teams already jumping off, so let's see what's going on. We've got a cluster right here at the very start of the flight path. We've got WL Gaming Esports headed down to Bahia del Mar. We've got Brothers in Arms headed up towards that western edge of El Pozo. We do have 2 teams headed down to Monte Nuevo, so let's see what's going on. Big Baby, they're jumping with 1 for all, but I think the fight's going to be over here in Monte Nuevo. We got Nexus right here with Team 20, the Baltic Warriors. Let's see if the Baltic Warriors can get on in there. You can see that our very first zone is a lot of water, so got about 25% water on this very first one. We do have 1 knock for Nexus Gaming, and it does look like, I think that's Farah. I think that's an F or a T. I'm not sure what that is. Tara trying to come right up in here, trying to get those shots, and does get the shot. So now I think Nexus is down to just 1 player. Down, let's see. Kimi up on top of this, and we still have A across the way as well. And now we're trying to get over to our teammate, but the Baltic Warriors, the Baltic, are trying to make sure that they do not come on in. One of them has been knocked, but Jakey is up to 2 eliminations for the Baltic Warriors, trying to hold off the push by Nexus. Nexus is still right across the way. Look at that. And another gifted membership by Ibrahim. Ibrahim OP in the chat, please. Alright, let's check in out Optimus Prime. I think they're getting ready to slow down just a little bit. I believe that Kimi may be the last one, the solo remaining for Nexus Gaming. Ooh, the nades are coming off right in front of him as he's trying to hold them off, trying to throw those mollies, trying to make sure that they don't come on in. And another gifted membership by Ibrahim. OP. Ibrahim OP. And I feel like they're just waiting till all four of them are getting ready to come up and in. He's got that S12 ready. He gets the one knock. He gets two knocked. And he repositions out and around trying to get those shots. He's going to go out onto the balcony. He comes on in, gets an elimination. Will he get the squad wipe? There's one more right above him. And that window, you can see him running across the top of that right in front of him. He's going to go ahead and try to get some first aid. He doesn't have that much. He doesn't have that much health missing, and he's still trying to figure out the other one. The Baltic Warrior jumps on down. He drop shots right on down on top of him. And now he's trying to chase down the Baltic Warrior. He can hear the Baltic Warrior. Baltic Warrior gets Kimi down to 1 HP, and now here comes the push up the stairs. He knows that he's hurt, and now here he doesn't have any first aids. He's got 7 bandages, and now it is a 1v1. Still trying to come up these stairs on this backside. Both of them with shotguns. We do have the DBS getting primed and loaded right on down, right below him. So now let's see if I can get on over here. Get the 1v1 side by side on this to see. Guys, tell me, is it going to be Kimi or is it going to be Tara? Will we see a 1v4 here? So now Tara's still coming up this backside, still trying to dance on these stairs, and then we got Kimi still trying to heal up. 2 band-aids left. And look at this, holding those stairs. And now, ooh, I thought he was going to go down those stairs. They are still dancing on these stairs. And it looks like they are both trying to find. Oh, Tara's down to 4 shotgun shells. 4 shells remaining in the DBS. So Tara's pulling back just a little bit. 0 Esports. Jimbo in a fight, getting a knock. I just saw Jimbo there. So now, what is Kimi gonna do? Kimi coming right on out with that nade, putting the nade back, and look at this. And Tara coming outside. The longest 1v1 standoff in history. Kimi still has 26 shotgun shells. Tara wishing that they could have the shotgun shells. Look at that. Tara still coming up those stairs. Still fighting over the stairs. And who is going to be the winner of the stairs here? Kimi, get ready to throw that nade. Tara's going to end up running right into that nade. It does get out of that nade just in time. But Kimi is able to push on down. Now here he comes right on out that edge. And still trying to figure out where Tara is, right behind that vending machine. And now we are right back to the stairs again. The never-ending stairs. So now, are we going to get a squad wipe? The longest squad wipe in Miramar history. Even the Blue Zone may end up finishing this fight off. Let's go. Elimination feed is quiet, so we'll stay here for just a minute longer, guys. And Kimi, what's he gonna do up the stairs? He's out of throwables. He only has a smoke left. Is he gonna? Oh! No! And Tara! There it is. GG's. babies. Alright, now guys, let's go ahead and put this map screen up there, give you guys an idea of where we are headed. And let's see what's happening. We are already pushing into zone 2. So let's get on over to Crater Fields, because Crater Fields also has 2 teams over here. Team 21, the Hidden Gems, right on top of 1-4 all. So we're going to try to get some of those nades right up and over. But we're going to expose ourselves to the top of this hilltop. So let's see if they can see them coming on down. I think SN4 right at the top, trying to get those shots straight on down on top of Team 21 Hidden Gems. And they are living up to their names. Oop, until you see their feet just moving on by. So now one of them trying to push up and in. So now the Hidden Gems are down to just a duo over on that western side. Still trying to get into that vehicle. Get straight out of the vehicle, down the hill. And now there's, the flick from the Hidden Gems. And so now let's see Bajira over here trying to get the nade right up and in. And will this nade hit? In? No. Still coming up and over. Then they gets Bajira down to about 5 HP, and Bajira is able to finish that off. But is the zone going to hurt Bajira trying to get that heal up and the res? So now let's see, where else are we gonna go? Let's head on down here to this cluster to the southwest of Las Leon. Rosavela trying to get those shots over onto Alep, as Alep driving right up and into the rest of the team. But now we also have another team coming up from behind. WL Gaming also trying to push them right up and around. Let's check it on Throne trying to drive along this coastline or along these ridge lines. We still have a fight between 23 Legion over here as well. Let's check in on what's happening between 23 Legion and Team 14, the 03 Brothers. And the Brothers do have 1 knock, 2 knock, 3 knocked. It is down to just a solo now. 99, the last one still standing. Still trying to get those shots up and over onto Tony on that backside, but they're getting pushed up on by Amar. Amar was one of the top fraggers tonight, so now coming right up and over that ridge line, and boom, there go. There they go. So let me put that map right on back up there, and let's get into the other fight. Right on over here with Team 15 Elep. Ooh, I think they were able to get some of that truck loot. So now let's see what else is happening. 23 are now getting pulled up over here. We just watched them in that last fight, and now they have another team coming right up and in. I believe this is God Times Hate. Let me see. Yes, it is. So now they are coming right up over the top of the other side of the ridge line. Let's get on. Oh, I think that is it for Hate. Hate going out. So now we are up to 10 eliminations for 23 Legion, and we're just barely into stage 2. So let me go ahead and put that map back up there, give you guys an idea of where your teams are. Are your teams still in this? We only have 11 teams left, and it looks like the big babies are coming up over here onto the 4 strong. So let's see, the 4 strength, guys, 4 strength. Let's check in on the big baby Baban. Baban was that last match top fragger. Let's see, are they going to be pushing into this Las Leon area right next to 4 strength? You can see 4 strength. Oh, 4 strength does get one of them knocked. So no, gonna go ahead and see what's happening over here. 4 strength. Who did you knock? I saw him knock somebody, guys. Oh, there it goes. It just didn't catch up fast enough. It was Dennis. We lost Dennis for the big babies. And now the 4 strength, I see him coming up. Their mollies are coming right on out. And I think they think that there's somebody in this gray Alright. So on the map, we have 2 teams still coming on in. We do have 1 for all and 23 Legion. Our zone's getting ready to pop. I'll go ahead and put that map screen back up so you guys can check in on where the new zone is. We are going to Leones. For the second time tonight, we may have a urban finish where we've got all the buildings and the streets that these teams have to deal with, but you can see that they have pulled right over the top, centering right over the top of Leones, and I'm not sure if these 2 teams are going to get into a fight, if they're going to go ahead and just go ahead find their spot in Leones, because they're still coming up and around. It looks like we're just pulling right up onto this edge. Gonna go ahead and do the edge play at this point, but we do have 23 coming on in, and I still see WL Gaming right down by Rosabella. So we also have New Era coming in not too far away. I think we can, Team 13 can see the rotation from New Era, and this is GOT times Genesis. So they do have a team coming up right behind him, and Alep right on down on the south side. Let's see what's going on over here. We did get one of them knocked, and that was from Team 17 up on top of this, but Team 17 also has one knocked. Team 17, brothers in arms, but they also have another team coming up into zone. Rosabella is not that far away from all this. Rosabella also trying to get some of these knocks. So now let's see what else is happening. It looks like we're going to pull away a little bit, but we do have Tooney. Tooney coming right up and in on the ALEP Gaming. So Esports. And put that map screen back up there, and it looks like we are in another fight for 23 Legion. 23 Legion coming into that center area. And now let's see, Tooney just barely making it across the street, and we do have Brothers in Arms getting another knock. So let's see, where are they? Right on over here. So Brothers in Arms Legend has been knocked. Alep still right down there in those apartments, and you can see that they're still pushing right up and in. It looks like Tooney getting closer. It does look like they should be able to get Legend picked back up with the cross angle from DRG up at the top of this hill. So we'll just go ahead and keep an eye on this at the moment, because at the moment it is very quiet. So I'll go ahead and put that map screen up there so you guys can check in on it. But we'll keep an eye on this fight as Alep is holding down those buildings really well, making sure that Brothers in Arms cannot just push right up and in onto them. Let's check in on what Schwiz is doing over here. Still holding down. Look at this. I think they're getting ready to push up and over, trying to get the duo. They figured out that the duo is right on top of them, and oh, they're gonna come right on down. Look at that. They jumped right into that vehicle, and he's gonna go ahead. Instead of seat swapping, he jumps out of that buggy and takes those shots down onto Brothers in Arms. So now let's see. We still have Alep. Oh, and Schwez down to 5 HP, but it is able to get that knock at the top. So Brothers in Arms down. Let's see. Oh, I think that is it for Brothers in Arms, going out to ALEP. So we are up to 8 eliminations for ALEP Esports, and you can see that we are still trying to get over towards that zone, but we got another fight going on right on down here with Rosabella. Rosabella down to just Dennis. Dennis is the last one still standing, and he does have 2 different teams right on top of him. He's got Team 12 right down below WL Gaming Esports, and we also have 23 Legion right there as well. Looks like Rosabella is going to just go ahead and head over towards that Leones area, in. So let's go ahead and go back to, that's not where we're gonna go back to. Let's get on over here to 23 Gaming. Got Klaus right here trying to keep an eye on WL Gaming. So WL Gaming, let's check in on what's going there. Both in this compound. If you look down in the lower right hand corner, it looks like we're going to go ahead. 23 Legion's going to go ahead and head on into Leones. We're down to the top 9 teams, but you can see that the majority of these teams are going center zone in all the buildings that are downtown Leones. There you go. That should give you an idea where your teams are. I don't think I have all of them on this map. There you go, guys. So let me know in the comments, is your team still in this? Don't forget, your team still has 4 more matches. We have 2 more days of 4 matches each. So make sure you come back tomorrow, same time. And look at Claus getting hit, trying to get those shots. And here comes Team 2. Oh, WL Gaming Esports, and he jumps on out of that. Amar, one of the top fraggers tonight. Look at the shots from this mini A10, getting those shots up the hill onto Alep. They may be able to get Klaus picked back up, but we still have Baby right across the other side trying to make sure that it is not that easy. Baby Oil. Baby Oil is his name, guys. Right on over here, trying to get the elimination down on Klaus. They are smoking Klaus, trying to get over to him. Look at this. Double team. Both of them pushing right up and into Baby Oil spray. Never do you want to hear that word. Those words together. Baby Oil down to 1 HP, guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on in just a little bit. And let me put this map screen back up there. And let's see, can we get anything going on in this center zone, because we are pushing these teams right in on top of each other. So let's go. Let's go. All right, so here we are on 4 strength. We're down to just a trio for 4 strength. We still have 9 teams in this, and they are all pushing into Leones. We have New Era, 4 strength, 23 Legion, 1 for all. Big Baby, WL Gaming Esports, Genesis, ALEP, and Razavela. So I think we got to fight again with ALEP as they are coming right up and in. I thought that's where I saw all that going on. And 4 strength right when I get off of them. They get into another fight. So let's get back on over to 4 strength. See what kind of things they are seeing. So all these teams, I think they're just trying to spray each other, trying to get their gear down to next to nothing. ALEP is left out in the cold. They do have a solo right on top of them. Let's see if we can get over to that solo fast. I think it is 1 for all. Getting pushed up on by ALEP Esports, coming right in through that door. That Molly holding them off. He also has the DBS, and now oh, he's right there. He's able to do the flick from that DBS and trying to stay out of the spray. And there goes ALEP. 1 king able to hold down this compound, but now I want you to look at this. He has got to go across streets, across wide open spaces to get to zone. Can he do it? Can he get on over there, guys? Alright, here comes the push by him as he is trying to get right up and over there. They have found him. He is down to about half health. He's going to go ahead and try to smoke his way out over, but he is coming right up and in onto 4 strength, and you can see that all he's got all the way around him are tags. These are all the different players right in front of his face, and he is still trying to push right up through all the wide open. He is down to 1 HP. Imtiaz, big fan. Hello, Imtiaz. So Big Baby. Let's go over and see if Big Baby Baban is still in this. I think Baban may have been bye-bye. Yeah, Baban is bye-bye. So now we are down to just a duo for Big Baby, but we are still trying to keep an eye on Roz Dennis. The Roz Dennis just trying to keep his head down. Same with WL Gaming Esports, also trying to keep his head down, but does look like the 4 Strength and New Era are the 2 teams that are right here in the zone. We have Pika up on the construction site. We don't get to see that very often. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out now, try to get a sky view for us, give us an idea of where these players are. We still have 13 players in this, so while we have a chance, let me go ahead and show you live. We got Pika trying to get those shots straight on down. We have WL going off as well. So look at this. We still have King. King is still in this, pushing right up and in under Roz Dennis in that background. So now let's get on over to Roz Dennis. Can he get all the way right up and into that? With all these players still right in front of him. Look at this. He's just keeping his eye across the street from King. And we have already seen that King has worked his way all the way through this. All the way through this city. He has no more smokes to his names, guys. So he cannot smoke his way into the zone anymore. So let's see if he can do anything. So we still have the team. Look at this. We still have players up on the construction site. We got the full 4-man team for New Era. We still have 23 Legion Amaro right here, plus a trio from 4 Strength. So let me go ahead and show you on that live iPad. There you go. Let's go back into this, though, because we could see that New Era is trying to push up onto 1 King. 1 King still only has one nade left. Here's the nade trying to push up into that. And we know that New Era has four players in this. Up on the construction site is, ooh, 1 King! 1 King stopping the Big Baby from coming on in. Now we're down to the top 4 teams. We still have New Era facing off. We do have a solo from 23. 23 Legion is getting pulled. Oh, and there he goes, taken down and out. But one of them from New Era has been knocked. Omar, one of tonight's top fraggers, up to 6 eliminations, taking the fight with 4 strong. So now we are down to just a couple of solos. So that we do have a solo over here for 4S, 4 Legion. I see 6 remaining, but I don't think that is quite right, guys. Let me see what this is saying. It says we have 3 of them. Oh, that's right. They're all up on the construction site, guys. Look at this. So now we have 2 solos down here. So we do have a Mar from 23 Legion that has to come on in. And we also have 4 strong Rushini from Team 5. And look at this. We have 3 of them from New Era up on the construction site. How often do you see that at the end stage? Let me put that iPad up there. They are right next to each other. We got a Mar right next to Ruchini. There we go. Alright, so let's see. Open the door, close the door. At least he found the smoke. Not sure what he's going to be able to do with it, but we'll see if he can. Oh, it does look like one of them from 23 from New Era has come on down and in, and we are just barely hanging into this zone. I think that's a little better way for you guys to see what is happening. It does look like New Era coming out and around. You can see that zone getting him down to 1 HP. 1 HP, and the rest of New Era now starting to come down off the construction site. We still have Ruccini coming in. Oh, they're coming right up and in on Elmar. And Ruccini across the way. You can see Ruccini peeking his head out that window. And we still have the duo from New Era coming down and in. Peekaboo, baby. So we still have Pika up on top of the construction site as well. So now let's go. Lamar trying to make sure that Ruccini doesn't get the elimination. So so much chaos. He's just gonna come on out and around. Lamar trying to get those shots, but it is from the top of the construction site. Peekaboo. 5 eliminations total for New Era. Coming in second, 23 Legion with some really nice limbs. 17 eliminations, 9 for Amar. The second time tonight, top fraggers in my opinion. 4 Strength coming in third with 6 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 through 18. Going all out. 23 Legion Amar. 9 eliminations, 1,373 damage in Miramar. Alright guys, let's go ahead and give me just a moment to get over there, get your scores, and I will be right back.
Let's see what's happening, what is going on. So let's go right up over here to Virus, and Virus is picking apart. Fire out was up on top of the ridge line. They should have been able. Virus is coming right up and in on Dakatha right over here. Mosquito has him right there in his face. And Fire out. But he gets knocked to the blue zone on that push. So now let's go on over to Sabo right across the way. He's trying to get those sprays. He does come up onto this ridge line, but now Virus is paying attention to where he is right at the top. So now let's see what is happening right on down below. Virus is still trying to push up and into Shoot to Survive. Shoot to Survive does, and he gets 2 knocks onto Virus right across the way. He gets 5-5 and Pico. So he is up to 6 eliminations, and now Virus is down to a solo. All of them are now pushing up onto Virus, and he was in the blue. Shoot to Survive coming in first. Look at these eliminations. 13 eliminations for Shoot to Survive. Virus Esports though with 19 eliminations. Woo! And then over here, I feel like Virus is getting ready to get into a fight right on over here. Let's check in on Virus over on the golf course, and they are right over here with first 1 row. I'm not sure about this east bridge. I feel like Dauntless is going to go right across it, guys. But let's see. Carta still has to come in from Yaznayan. We do have all 4 of them still standing from Gamers United Force. And I feel like the bridge is about ready to happen. Here it comes. So let's see if they can get through. Gaddafi, look at this. Once again, Gaddafi is hunting down over here with first 1 row. I'm not sure about this east bridge. I feel like Dauntless is going to go right across it, guys. But let's see. Carta still has to come in from Yaznayan. We do have all 4 of them still standing from Gamers United Force. And I feel like the bridge is about ready to happen. Here it comes. So let's see if they can get through Gaddafi. Gaddafi, look at this. Once again, Gaddafi is hunting down players. He hunted down Cardis that last match, and Mosquito is right there. Let's see what happens at this bridge as Dauntless comes across right into the trap, and now Panda going over. Oh, Panda gets knocked by Gaddafi. And so now Claus, look at this. Claus is right there on that edge, and there he goes. Wang is able to find Gaddafi, and now it's just up to Mosquito. And now XP3 should be able to pick Panda back up, but look at Mosquito. Mosquito's going to go ahead and get on out of there. But look at Claus. Claus is chasing after him. Claus is mad. Look at him go. Alright, so everybody is getting into zone, so let's get on back over to the zone. I'm going to find out what's happening with Gamers United Force, because Gamers United Force is right over here on top of Little Esports, right at the top of Potato Hill. So once again, a Potato Hill fight. Let's see what's going to happen. We have Tomato on Potato. Look at Jimbo. Cardis is doing fine, Jimbo. I know I'm 3 minutes in your future, but Cardis is still in it. And all four Dauntless made it through the fire out bridge camp. So let's see. Not sure about. Ooh, Tomato! Tomato on Potato Hill. Alright, so let's go. Let's see what else is going on. Let's go over to the best. We got best Little Esports right on over here. And back is trying to push right up and over. Look at this though. Little Esports up to 8 eliminations as Gamers United Force are coming in strong. And now Tomato still knocked, and we are going between Pachinki and Potato Hill. So Gamers.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Are you ready for the Wheel of Names? Boss, if you are out there, here are your 3 shuffles. I want to shout out to Zero Esports for sponsoring tonight's UC giveaway. And here is your UC winner. Tonight's UC winner is Morgan Plays. Congratulations, Morgan Plays. Get over to the Zero Esports Discord server, open a ticket, tell them that you won tonight's UC giveaway. Now, are you guys ready to see the scores for the ending of day 1 of the master stage of the Legends of PUBG Mobile? Coming in first, Big Baby, 52 total points. Razavela coming in second with 40. Nexus Gaming at 38. There are your scores ending today, but this is just day 1. All of these teams right here have a full another day of games. They will all have 8 matches by the end of Wednesday. Come back tomorrow for day 2. Come back tomorrow for another Wheel of Names. Come back tomorrow for day 2 of the master stage of the Legends of PUBG Mobile. Thank you, everyone, for coming out and supporting Zero Esports and me. We both truly appreciate you. Jimbo, thank you so much for the super chat. Ibrahim, huge hearts to you. You are so OP. Thank you for all the gifted memberships. All of you, stay safe. I will see you soon. Thank you, everyone, so very much. Good night.